Aloha, Connies and Wahinis. Well, it's that time of year when a poinsettia and an orchid are together. It's just before Christmas. And wouldn't it be lovely to be spending that time at Koneohe, on the other side of the Paoli from Pearl Harbor. Oh, so lovely. The water is beautiful. There's a sandbar that you can actually sit in, relax, and just let that soothing water chill you out. It's just incredible. However, on December 7th of 1941, it was not the place to be. Koneohe Naval Base was one of the very first hit by the Japanese bombers because they wanted to be sure that there were no aircraft left to defend Pearl Harbor. I didn't know anything about Koneohe. If I'd been there, I didn't remember it until I met Captain Dick McNees, Richard McNees, God rest his soul. His story is absolutely amazing, and I used part of his story at the end of Orchids of War, my first book, the little thing that happened to him the night before the attack, and why he was in the mess hall so early in the morning. He said that there were only 4 of them at the beginning, sitting there eating breakfast. And his captain actually looked at him and said, "What are you doing here so early?" And then there was a changing of the guards, of the people who were flying the fleet PBYs, the pilots. And 2 of them came in after their excursions out surveying, and they didn't see anything, and they were all calm. The 3rd one came flying through the door, all upset. He said, "I saw a submarine by Pearl Harbor outside of our designated area where our submarines are supposed to stay. And we've been told to fire on them. If anything's outside of that secure area, are we at war?" Well, just then they heard planes. And of course it's an airport, so you're bound to hear planes. But Dick rushed out, and he said he looked up and a Zero was coming right at him. A Japanese Zero was coming right at him. And he ducked. And the scraping of the bullets hit the building behind him, and the parts of the building sparkled off and sprinkled all over him as he was down on the ground. He was really upset years later when they patched those holes, because he was so proud of those holes that where the fire had actually built, the bullets had actually hit the building. When my husband and I were in Hawaii in 2014, when Pearl Harbor Day was a Sunday again, we went to Koneohe and we left a lei for the men who did indeed die that day there on that base. It's a little talked about Koneohe, but it was a very important part of the beginning of World War II. So please, on this day, remember the men and women who served during the war and the subsequent wars and who are still keeping us safe. So, enjoy the holidays, but let's never forget them. Aloha. And please, remember to come back. I'll be telling more, of course.